Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's where we want that light right there. Yes, sir.
Tell them to bring me my money.
You don't want free game? Everybody needs free game.
All right, look. Today's video, we about to talk about the pricing strategy that you make the most money on Turo. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. Before we start, before we say another word, hit the motherfucking buttons, man. Hit the buttons I need y'all to hit, man. The subscribe, the like, the notification. Hit something, man. I need y'all to hit something. If you already subscribed, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. Click something. I need you to click something right now. I need you to click something. All right, so look, the whole point of having a business on Turo is to make money. Right? That's what we here for. We ain't doing this for shits and giggles. We here to make some money. So having a pricing strategy that actually makes the most money is important when you're starting this whole business. All right, so I'm gonna give you some game on what I do, and I'm gonna give you some game on what I do in order to get the most bookings and how I'm able to stay like 90% booked throughout the whole month. All right, so step one. Hold on a second. What I write there? So Turo's gonna take a lot of. God damn. Man. Step one is Turo's gonna take a lot of profits from you. Like that's inevitable. Like it's just gonna happen. They gotta take their cut. It is what it is, right? So you definitely want to factor that in when you want to price out like how much money you're gonna make for the month or whatever. You always gotta factor in what Turo's gonna take from you. Like you're not gonna get 100% profits when you're running this business on Turo. So with that, it's ways to like modify how much they're actually taking from you, right? And you're running a risk with it. I talked about it in the other video, but they got the 80-20, the 70-30, the 60-40, right? Quick rundown of that, the 80-20, you get 80% of your profits, Turo gets 20. With that, you get like the smallest insurance Turo has available. I don't know exactly like what it is. It's like liability or some shit, right? 70-30, you get 70%, they get 30%. 60-40, obviously, you know what I mean? So 60-40, you get 60% of your profits, which is low, but you get like the highest insurance from Turo that you can get. You know what I mean? So it might seem like a no brainer, like I'm gonna pick the 80-20, but it just depends on like what car it is that you're using. If this is a car that you might have picked up for cheap or got from an auction or something like that, you're not really too worried about like, what happens with the car, then yeah, go ahead with the 80-20 because you're not really worried. Like if it gets damaged, you might break even on it. You don't really care or whatever. If this is like a personal car or this is like a luxury car that you're excited to have for your business, I don't know if I'm rocking with the 80-20, you know what I mean? Because there's always a potential that something can happen to that car. Like my car is out on the road right now. Like there's always a risk that something can happen. Even if it's not the guest's problem. You know what I mean? That somebody could run into the guest, and if you're not fully covered the way you want to be covered, that's your ass. So, you definitely want to take into the fact like which one you want to use. And again, that's totally up to the car. Like it's totally up to like how you feel about the car. If you don't give a fuck about the car, pick the 80-20. So step two is searching your area for the way the prices work. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to figure out what's the standard price in this area, the quickest way is to go on Turo, search up some standard cars, and then look at the prices in your area. You know what I mean? Like just do your research, do your homework. You know what I mean? So you might be in a city like Houston, Texas, and the average price there might be $120 for a car. You know what I mean? For a decent car. And you might be in Bumblefuck somewhere and the average price is like 60. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to, look at the market that you're in, you know what I mean, before you make your standard price. So step two is do your research on your area. Step three is kind of like step two. So you're going to do your research on what the standard price of the cars in your area is. And then step three, you're going to do your research on the standard price of the car that you have. You know what I mean? If you got a truck, look for trucks. You got a sedan, look for sedans. If you got a luxury car, look for luxury cars. Try to find the exact vehicle that you have and see what people in your area are pricing that vehicle. And then once you figure out what they're pricing it, you might want to price it just a little bit below. You know what I mean? Like if the car that you're posting standard price is 85 a day, you might want to be at like 79 or 75 because you're just getting started and you want to get the most bookings that you can. Those people who already priced it at 85, they probably got reviews, they already got ratings, they're already high on the search box. you're not going to be that. You're just getting started out. So go a little bit below market value until you build your name, and then you hit them over the head with it, right? All right, so step 4. So this is when you already got your standard price, right? Let's say, again, our standard price was like $75 a night for our car. Obviously, you're going to have it $75 a night, but you're also going to have, weekends is going to be a little bit higher. So if it's $75 a night, our weekends, we might want to be around 95, maybe 100. You know what I mean? It just depends. So if you got your standard price already, and you've been renting out, when you come up on weeks that you're like, when you come up on weeks that you're not booked, like say this week the car is booked all week, but you look for next week and you don't have any bookings yet. The closer you get to those days, you want to start dropping your prices a little bit. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you might be priced at 75, but nobody's booked it. Now we like 3 days away. I'm knocking that thing down. I'm knocking it to like 69. We get a couple of days closer, still no bookings. I'm knocking 65, 60. You're going to keep knocking it down until you get to that day, because at the end of the day, you're fighting at zero. You know what I mean? I do the same thing with Airbnb that I do here. You're fighting at zero. At the end of the day, your car payment is going to be whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let's say your car payment is $500 a month. No matter what, your car payment is $500 a month. So you're not trying to you're not looking at it like, man, I don't want to drop it down to $30 a day because, I feel like they getting over on me. It don't matter. You're chasing the zero. You don't want to have no days with zero. I don't care if you dropped it all the way down to $20. That's still $20 that's going towards that $500 car payment a month. You know what I mean? And if you've already surpassed the $500 car payment a month, that's $20 that's going to your profits. You know what I mean? So it's no point in having a 0 day. I don't care how much you got to knock it down. Knock that shit down. Like, that is exactly what you want to do. So again, step 3 again is knock your prices down the closer you get to the day. You don't have to do it a month in ahead. Like you don't have to do it a month in advance, but the closer you get to those days, you want to be knocking those prices down. All right, so step 5 is price for longer bookings, right? So this is kind of like, this one is kind of up to you, because longer bookings could mean more money, or it could mean less money. So if you're getting longer bookings, say people booked you out for 2 weeks, one person booked for 2 weeks, another person booked for 2 weeks. That means you're good for the whole month, right? And that means you're good on car wash payments. That means you're good on, maintenance or whatever. Like, they have the car, so you're not spending money to get the car. You're not doing too much. So it's kind of saving you a little bit of money. But on the other hand, if you're pricing for longer bookings, you're 9 times out of 10 you're giving if you're pricing for longer bookings, 9 times out of 10 you're giving discounts to get those longer bookings, right? Now, so with the discounts, you're cutting back on your daily price. And if you were to just get, say you got, out of the 30 days, say you got booked 20 times, right? 20 times, just the car just back and forth. Yeah, it's a lot more work for you. You're doing a lot more car washes. You're picking up the car a lot more or whatever. And it's a lot more people driving the car, which is a risk. But at the same time, you're getting your daily price 20 times. You know what I mean? So it's kind of up to you on how you want to go about it. I suggest going for getting longer bookings. I price mine I give a discount for longer bookings just because it's, just peace of mind. Like, I know I'm going to make the monthly number that I want to make. And if I can have somebody out there and not have to deal with guests as much, and not have to go to the car wash as much, and this not be a job as much, that's the ultimate goal for me. So I price for longer bookings. Now, if you got nothing but time, this is the only thing that you want to do, and you got no problem with guest interactions all the time or whatever, price for shortened bookings, you'll probably make more money. So step 5 is kind of up to you. But yeah, that's really what I got on the whole pricing strategy and how you make the most money on Turo. I am coming out with the course, hopefully this month. So I don't know if you're watching this. If you're watching this, it might not be out. If you're watching this, it might be out. Who knows? Hit me up on Instagram, DM me, and I'll let you know what's up with the course. If not, I definitely do mentorship for this. But yeah, man, Comment below. Let me know what else y'all want to hear on Turo. Let me know what's keeping you from getting started, and we'll see what we can do about that. Appreciate it.